From the moment the Barcelona squad boarded the flight to Asia, one seat remained conspicuously empty, a silent testament to Oriol Romeu's uncertain fate. Though fit and cleared by the club's medical team, Romeu watched his teammates jet off without him, the hum of jet engines replaced by the quiet pulse of anticipation surrounding his next move. Why would a club as storied as Barcelona choose to leave one of its own behind? The answer hides in the margins of Flick's summer plans, where Romeu's name does not appear, and in the club's strategic push to accelerate his exit. On the other side of town, a flicker of hope has been kindled at Montilivi, Girona's venerable home ground. According to a detailed sport report, Romeu has quietly entered negotiations to return to the Catalan side where he once flourished. Behind closed doors at the Ciutat Esportiva, Barcelona executives pore over contract clauses and exit fees, determined to find a pathway that sees Romeu don the red and white once more. It is a delicate dance of finance and loyalty, one that could reshape the midfielder's journey if both parties can agree on terms. While these boardroom discussions unfold, Romeu's daily routine has taken on the rhythm of solitude. Beneath the grey light of dawn, he steps onto the training pitch alone, the echo of his boots striking the dew-kissed grass, the only accompaniment to his drills. No shouts from teammates, no synchronized passing, just the soft hiss of blades cutting through wet turf. Yet in this isolation, his professionalism shines. Every sprint is as explosive as it would be amid a chorus of encouragement. Every stretch is executed with the precision of a craftsman honing his trade. How does one maintain morale when the crowd has gone silent? Momentum is now building behind the scenes. Sources close to the discussions reveal that Girona's management and Romeu's camp have made tangible strides towards sealing the deal. The familiarity born of last season's loan spell, those late-night tactical talks and the roar of Montilivi's faithful lends confidence to both sides. Soon, the whispers of almost there may transform into the definitive crackle of a signing announcement. But what final hurdles remain before this homecoming becomes reality? Money, as ever, casts a long shadow over football's grand narratives. Barcelona, keen to ease the burden, is prepared to shoulder at least half of Romeu's current salary, a substantial gesture that underscores their eagerness to finalise the transfer. Yet 1 year still lingers on his contract, each month a ticking clock they must resolve. Will Girona match Barca's financial package, or will a compromise be struck that satisfies both sporting ambitions and budgetary constraints? In the wings, Real Oviedo cast a hopeful glance toward the seasoned midfielder, eager to bolster their own midfield ranks. Nevertheless, Romeu's heart seems tethered to Catalonia's coastal embrace, rather than Asturias' rolling hills. At Girona, under the guidance of Mitchell, he found not just playing time but growth, mentorship and a community that celebrated his contributions on and off the pitch. Why settle for a fresh start when one's roots already run deep in familiar soil? Once Barcelona formally terminates his contract, Romeu will walk through the gates of Montilivi as a free agent, unshackled from previous obligations and ready to recommit himself fully to Girona's cause. There, teammates have spoken of his leadership in the dressing room, opponents respect his tactical intelligence, and fans remember his thunderous drives from distance. How will he reshape Girona's midfield now that he returns not as a visitor, but as a permanent pillar? To understand this moment, one must recall the arc of Romeu's career, a midfield engine for Girona under Mitchell's watchful eye, sold to Barcelona in the summer of 2023 for approximately Euros 3 million, and then swallowed by the whirlwind of transition at Camp Nou. A challenging season followed, with managerial upheaval as Xavi's departure ushered in uncertainty. Loaned back to Girona, Romeu rediscovered form and favour, leaving both player and club longing for a reunion with permanence rather than a temporary layover. Can a second chapter at Montilivi surpass the promise of the first? Now, as Barcelona's transfer machinery gears up for another season, all eyes turn to the final signature that will etch Romeu's name in Girona's future plans. The stakes are high, a player yearning for stability, a club hungry for midfield steel, and a narrative arc that comes full circle. Soon a press release may land in inboxes, cameras flash at Montalivi's entrance, and Romeu will stride out wearing Girona colours with a renewed sense of purpose. But until that moment arrives, the air remains thick with anticipation. Will this homecoming be the prologue to a new era, or merely an epilogue to Barcelona's chapter in his life?